check, louder, louder. A little bit louder. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Today's Black History Month tribute is going to one of my favorite rappers of all time, Mac Dre. Yes, sir. Shout out to Mac Dre, R.I.P. This, he might not be named as like a black inventor, but he did invent something called the hyphy movement. And if you don't know what that is, that just means that you're not hip to shit that's going on in California. But yeah, Mac Dre, an American rapper, he changed the game in Northern California. Some would say Tupac bit his style. I will say this though, Mac Dre is such a California influence that I learned how to spell California when I was a little ass kid from his song called California. It's like it was so catchy the way he spelled California. It was like, I'm from the CALIFORNIA rap superstar. It's just stuck with me forever. I'm like, yeah, man, that's me. But you know, like I said, man, I'm paying homage every time I go live to a black inventor because it's Black History Month. And music is an invention. Choose it wisely. What's up, y'all? What up, world? How's it going, cyberspace? This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. Today is February 7th, 2024, and again, the world just keeps spinning. So yeah, man, let's just get into it. Shout out to Mac Dre, bro. Big influence in my specific childhood. I don't know about yours, but in mine, in 2004, when I found out Mac Dre died, I was like, I just found out about him. Like, I just woke up to being able to identify music. I'm like, damn, my favorite rapper dead? Fuck. But yeah, shout outs Thiz TV. That's another good piece of content for the internet. Invented the DVD era that kind of invented the home video look. So good, man. That shit dead nowadays. But what up, y'all? What up, Shaka? Wiggity, Sun Station, TD, Xenarchaea. What's up? We live rent free in Hexagon's heads. We do, especially right now. As speculation is coming into the sector of Zen. So just to get a temp check, where's the weather at? Right? We don't look at the price to be like we're rich. We look at the price to see, again, what is the price? Like, we burn Zen, get into X1 chain. So there's always going to be opportunity for the miners to flip-flop the price and sell at their inflation to the downside. So we're always looking for that, because that's basically what happened the whole time to get to where we are today. Both double bottoms. Well, the first bottom, let's go in the weekly. You should be here. Right. That's what. Ooh, shit. Let me put it back. We've got our science lines. But yeah. By July, we want to be 0.50. So we got time, right? And that's what's really good about this particular moment in time. We're getting that real good confirmation that people are understanding what's happening in Zen. So and it's fun too, because now it's like, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. You can say whatever you like. And right, like, actually, that's why I'm bringing this up right now, because I saw that Somi, or I don't really know who this guy is. I don't really follow his content. I've always seen him show up, but he showed up so much after I got into crypto, and then he came in, or like his vision, or like, you know what I mean? Like when you see a person, right? Like how a lot of people like to, like how he did relate me to the relationship of Trevon. I kind of like have his relationship with like Hex and Post Chain. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know who this person is. And it's funny that he talked about me in his stream today. This came across my desk. I was just chilling, being myself, and then I heard these.
No. If you watched the video, you know what I mean. Okay. So his Zen Maxi friend left.
So I guess I'm the Zen Maxi friend.
The Zen channel. He left the Zen channel. He capitulated. And Trayvon's like, yo, this is bullish, man. This is Trayvon. And I'm like, yeah, he gets it. Of course he gets it. He's like, this is weird because, look, if you're in Pulse Chain, Pulse XNX, you're probably looking at this chart saying, okay, you're probably like,
well, this is funny because it seems this whole propaganda of me being, I guess you could say, out of Zen, is bleeding into how other people are perceiving the price. I've never been on the other side of a chart in my motherfucking life. I've never been this confirmed on the other side. I'm over here I'm observing them observing me, which is so hilarious. This is the most mind blown in my experience. And what's funny is that I don't think we're going to take off unless someone buys in. So maybe this is some people's Zen lottery ticket because they like to listen to influencers and they wait for signals identified by influencers. But now I don't know what the fuck to call myself. I guess the signal is telling you we've been doing the research, and research shows that XNM is the best way to obtain XN without having to join the rat race called the price of Zen. So it is kind of funny how people think I've exited Zen, but truly I'm using it for its utility. And that's how uncomprehensive the rest of the game is, right? The game actually doesn't understand what we got going on. And that's why I feel like we do have some room to go down because we still have a lot of Zen coming out and we have a lot of time. But again, it's really cool that people are identifying. They're like, oh, okay. You know, it's basically like, you know, if you're a YouTuber, the last thing you want to be is someone who does not say what's going to happen. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. Again, this is just a window into my observation, observing the observation. This is the quantum realm over here on the Crypto Bro channel. And like, yeah, so for me, it's pretty hilarious. Like, this dude's wearing a dunce hat. Today I had to mind fuck myself to wear this Jollibee beanie because they gave it to me. They opened a Jollibee up in the hood. I got a beanie. So flexing it. Also, shout out to all my Filipino brothers and sisters. We hold it down. What up, Tree City West? What up, Simple? Mac Dre from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Even Drake had to throw a line in, but yeah, Mac Dre, bro, that's my guy, bro. This is, I guess you could say, yeah, who do you idolize? What would you say your core idolization was as an artist, as a teenager? I would say Mac Dre. Like everything, his lyrics, the way he upheld himself, the way he built out this nation, the way he was pushing music, pushing beats, pushing flow. I mean, that guy invented the hustle in the West Coast. I mean, there's a lot of others. You got Too Short, you know, but no one, in my opinion, worked as hard as Mac Dre for his life to be that short. Actually, yeah, we do it for Mac Dre, man. I guess he died at 34. I'm about to be 33. And, you know, once I eclipse, I'll be like, we doing it for Mac Dre because he didn't get to see those extra years, that extra longevity of I told you so. Too deep. But yeah, so my little thesis is that we are looking really good, but I'm not going to say that Zen is ready to go just yet until after June, July of this year. Because June, July of this year, it's really easy to say Zen is going parabolic. So I'm not like trying to, you know, go along with this. We're going north. Just a little bit of information has come out. And I honestly don't think we can keep going. Nah, I mean, we can. Only it would just be if people decide to sell. But where I'm getting at is down here. So you'll see here on this Zen Turbo chart, all of the inflation is right now between February and July. So there's a lot of time between now and July before we can technically say inflation is going to be very stagnant, right? You'll have X1 chain fucking shit up, moon parties once every month fucking shit up. You'll have Phoenix probably coming back to life. I see Joe Blau is making, he's a creative in the space. You'll have DXN living its own life, right? And fucking shit up too. And then not to mention everybody again who's making Zen to become part of the X1 network, right? You can make the tokens to be part of the network. This is a different beast. This isn't some lottery ticket, as some would say, with a dunce hat on. Bozo. Forever a bozo to me. He ain't never not been a bozo. That's why, like in the video, he goes, "Oh, this guy said some nasty things about me." And yeah, in the past, I have tweeted him that he analyzes charts like a bozo because crypto's about going long. Maybe he just doesn't articulate my comprehension just yet, and he thinks he's going up against somebody who believes in the chart versus someone who goes with technology. You know, I got like I said, we got the I told you so type tech, bro. This is the iPhone shit. So it's easy to talk about Zen, and we discovered X1 way the fuck back here, right? X1 came out a year ago. It was February 5th, 2023. So this was funny because X1 testnet came out and the price was still selling. Like people didn't really believe like in it still, right? This pump was DXN and the inception of what it's like to have a burner that eats inflation. So yeah, that was a blip into the future. The rest of this downward momentum again was people who were selling their mints. And if you've been doing the research, some would say this is a rug pull. I would say this is distribution, and that this was the best way to most fair distribution of Zen was in this element, because now there's anticipation and speculation on all the accumulation after we break through these lows. All that accumulation is based on speculation. But this particular moment, if you were here and you're a true fucking person that was here, some might call you a maxi. I just believe we were doing research and development on blockchain technology. And you can bring that with you. You can package that up. You can deliver that to anything. This method should work for any chain as long as there's community at the bottom and purpose. I would say anybody can develop a blockchain if they have a purpose to solve a problem. You know, the hardest thing is building a community and building a foundation to be like a Bitcoin, to be like an Ethereum, right? And I would even say like we're in a whole new era, man. Module compute, blockchain shit. Like if people are desensitizing themselves to Solana down. Solana went down for 5 hours yesterday and it's pumping right now on the 1 hour. So I was saying this yesterday, Solana is building in the behavior of customer service into blockchain, right? So now you're going to have these blockchains where the service can go down and the community is okay with it, and they'll wait for it to come back online. They don't see it as a disruption, right? They don't see it as decentralization they're not disrupted. They're like, whatever, the bank is offline, it'll come back online. And so far, Solana's done it 5 times. They were down for 5 hours. On the 5th one, I don't know, maybe it's really being coded in, but I've heard through the grapevine from a lot of smart people that Solana's been chosen. So who's to say that Solana's not performing, again, you can almost say systematic procedures in a live mainnet with everyone? And that's why everyone keeps going. We're dealing with it in X1 chain, so now I know this is a thing. And now we've seen it with yesterday with the people coming on mainnet. We're seeing it on Bitcoin right now. People are trying to build it as they go on mainnet. We've lost the testnet culture. That shit is gone, right? So testnet doesn't even exist anymore, where people make sure things are cracking on testnet. Now, that's why I'm not worried about X1 chain coming out, because it'll be when it's ready to come out for the scale that it should need, it'll just roll itself out and everybody will be there. So again, that's why I'm like, yo, Zen price will do its thing, but it could potentially just get us a little bit more. You know, we could just hit one more little Just looking at the weekly. But yeah, looking at the daily, you'll see today we got a little pullback. So I'm hoping we get one more. Just like I don't know what it's called, but everyone's saying this is a double bottom. So whatever comes after the double bottom, whatever the most vicious thing is, I don't know. Maybe you're a trader out there. You can find the name. I want the name of the most evil thing that can happen after a double bottom to just rip the heart out of a trader. Like whatever that action is, that might be what we can say could happen right here. How do you just make everyone get out? And that goes back to Bitcoin though, because I don't think Bitcoin is going to be able to hold these highs. We've been up here for a while, and this isn't the type of consolidation you want to see on a chart if you want higher prices. This is the type of shit I want to see, where I want cheaper satoshis, because now it looks like it can't get beyond this particular pattern, and it's right here on the 72, and right, it's been here for a minute. We're looking at the daily, so it touched it 1 day, 2 day, you know, it's riding this basically. So I wouldn't be surprised again to see Bitcoin fall back, pull back to 38, you know, settle at around 36, and then make its progression to 50K by middle of March. And it just start rolling, right? People are just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is Bitcoin so popping? Like, what is going on? And that goes back to the dollar, because again, we want to see the dollar pull back and people will kind of start to feel like there is a world of digital currency. That's kind of my thesis on the dollar versus Bitcoin right now, is that people have seen it as a risk for over 15 years. But as of right now, there are more people that see the vision and like they're comprehending it to be able to apply it. And like how I hear the Congress trying to make regulation so that they can get a piece of the pie, and it's not being underground and they got to find out about it. That all sounds good to me as someone who's pro crypto in a political sense. And I think we're just not there just yet, but we're getting very close, right? We're getting so close that it's literally a couple weeks away. So why not just, again, how many, my prediction, is going on March 14th, because I like Pi Day. I don't know how many days that is from now. I guess I did my math on my birthday. My birthday's in 31 days, so 14 days after 9, 6. Is it 6? 6/13. Not 6/14. Okay. So 37 days. So we have 37 days. So 37 green candles, red candles. To ask yourself, it's like, are you gonna see 37? I mean, maybe I am wrong. Maybe right now is the time, and we see 37 candles this way, you know. But I can see halfway, and that's why I'm like, I'm not seeing doom. Anybody who was saying we pulling back to 28, 31, that is not right. $34,000 Bitcoin, that I don't, hell no, that's gift. But 38,000, 36,000, that does sound like some opportunity possibilities for just traders to try to squeeze one more time before we head into the halvening, which is on April 22nd, right? And then that's when technology comes back in play, right? We go back to the time server concept on Bitcoin, where every block has a stamp and every hash has a stamp from time, which makes the chain. And that's why, you know, as long as people keep transacting and people keep making Bitcoins, Bitcoin will have the value that's stored within it. You know, so it's all about how important people think the ledger is. That's all blockchain is. How important is it? Right? Is ETH very important? It seems very important to people. It's probably why it's good to get a big bag of ETH. Looks like people are going to keep using it. How high does ETH go? Again, I know for sure it's going to go to excuse me, 5. Damn. Hold up. The world's like, slow down. But no, yeah, I know it's gonna for sure go to like 5,000. I think the hopium on ETH is this $19,000 Ethereum, and I could totally see that happening with an ETF. So that's why I'm like, okay, the future of ETH is extremely bright, and I would say like no one's gonna steal the spotlight from them. It will always be Ethereum clone, right? Because ETH holds 2015, 17, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and I would say right now is when you can really introduce a module concept, like an X1 chain, like a Solana, right? Like a Avalanche, right? Module based, where there's other pieces to the chain to not interrupt the consensus of the execution layer, right? Or like, because every, you know, like, but we've discovered that again, anything that's just a pure fork of Ethereum. Damn. It's like I put cinnamon not in the coffee, but it got in there. Crazy. Cinnamon challenge B right now. Fudge. Yup. So I got water too. Module-based cryptocurrencies. Do you like them? Panama. But yeah, module-based. Dude, AVAX. I mean, I don't know. I don't really believe in this, the way that they did it. It makes a lot of sense, but it just sounds like another blockchain, which is fine. But that's why I like the approach we have going on in Zen. Because in Zen, it's the fairest launch crypto ever. So attaching the burn to the blockchain allows anyone at any moment to join the blockchain. And then again, a lot of the strategy in X1 chain of the development of consensus has been about securing the network. So our network has security coming from all different types of angles. One of those angles being a no cap on the validators and pushing, you know, being a validator first blockchain where everybody can participate down to the validation of the system, right? And you can stake your 100,000 XNM. Oh, that's 100 million. But you can stake your 100,000 XNM or XN, and then from there you can, you know, use some of your internet power and your CPU power to you know, decentralize the network, you know, and really look at that next endeavor of what does it look like to decentralize a blockchain, right? Right now, Bitcoin is the most decentralized blockchain, and that's why, again, there's too many signals to show you that if you're still following shitcoins only, like, I don't know how to help you. That's basically altcoins only. Like, if you're only an altcoin expert, you can't tell me why Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most impactful in crypto, right? And really believe in that shit and not just be telling me so you can just get an edge. All right, I guess I'm more of a Bitcoin maxi because it's fair principles, and fair principles is open source. And I'm an open source maxi. I think everybody should get everything for an accessible, reasonable price, right? And then if you're smart enough to torrent it, like fuck you, you know? You're smart. But I do think access to great quality open source stuff is needed. And I see Bitcoin as the representation of that in our ecosystem. I don't see any other coin as open as Bitcoin for development. If you want to start today and there's a group of people just hanging out waiting for you to do something dope, and that's, again, that is the, when you look at Bitcoin and you read the white paper, goddamn, it literally says the honest chain. Boy, it has honest in the white paper. That shit is hilarious. What the fuck is honest, you know? Shit, you can't even get AI to be honest. So honestly, we're saying this is the most honest chain out of every single one, and price is built into honesty. This is the this is the community basket at mass being passed around. Everybody's throwing a fucking dollar in this price here, and that's again why it's a giant leap amongst everything else from market cap to price. So that's why I'm like, man, if you don't understand Bitcoin, everything else doesn't really matter, because the race is not to be better than Bitcoin or to be better than Ethereum. The race is to stand next to them and solve a problem. Like, that's what I'm getting to at the end of this journey, and why X1 chain, again, we're trying to solve a problem that is scaling this network so that the network can thrive in an open source, fairly launched environment. And boy, oh boy, do I think we got this shit figured out. Again, mine the XENblocks, storing electricity and proof of work into the chain as a security layer, I think is the most needed thing. And why, again, if you think you're getting a lottery ticket with Zen, you should, because you're pumping all the miners' bags. And this is why it's important to keep mining Zen and not focus so much on the price, but keep it in mind. If you want to play a game, you know, you want to do something with the Zen. It's okay to want to buy some Zen. Like, that's actually cool. You know, if you want to buy it, who else wants to buy it? That's what we should be exploring, instead of why are we curious to buy. It's like, wow, who else would want to buy this? And again, I think we have the time server, so I'm just gonna say that now, so I'm the first motherfucker to say it, right? With sense, Zen is gonna be valuable because it's very similar to Bitcoin, and the time is traveling with each interaction. So you become an OG as soon as you join, right? And that community, that belief is gonna keep it going, because the most honest chain in Zen will be the most thrived, which means everyone's gonna thrive. It doesn't matter what chain you decide to make, right? You make your own chain in the Zen world, maybe it does pretty good. I mean, look at Titan, it's actually holding up, and there's a lot of people that believe in that shit. It's beat the fuck up by P.o.P or first principles of crypto. I would say at this point, Titan is straight up jumped by first principles of crypto. It can't get any more jumped. Like, it's jumped as fuck. Like, this shit is stomped out. Like, we have said that this is not fair so much that, yeah, it probably is going to turn around right now. You know, if people figure out how to burn it and live its, you know, it live its whatever the hell, you know, it's a coin, it's a network, it's an energy source. And as long as these people over here believe in it, right? I mean, there's only 14 of them, so keep going. I don't know. I'm rooting for you. If you can make that number grow, you know, it's going to keep going. That's all crypto is. See, in Zen, this is why we can think on a bigger scale. Oh, look at it. Only 16 makers as I say that. Only 8. So Zen, I guess, isn't bigger here. And that's why, again, it's like, yo, is this really happening? But these holders, bro, 167,000 holders. That is how you know this is the fucking big brother of Titan. It's like, oh yeah, that's big brother over there, bro. Like 11,000 holders. Like, that's the part where it's like, come on. Of course you couldn't make a blockchain with 11,000 holders. You need what Zen did in a year, which is create 167,000 wallets, you know, with people who believe in it. These type of metrics are how you make a blockchain. So more power to everything out there and the mentally challenged. This shit is gonna be hella fun when X1 is live. Yo, dang, thanks for the 5. Too much cinnamon, bro. Dude, I swear, bro. I don't know. Fuck it. This coffee's smacking though, like it's delicious. They trying to choke me on live right now though. Zenbolic. Zenbolic. Dan says Zen does nothing and Zenians like to moon like to the moon. What moon if it is not on the ground? Zen will go lower. Jack shows 5-minute chart of Zen pumping. What a nerd. I mean, you can go to the daily now. It's pumping. We posted the 5-minute one because we're laughing at you. I even posted one that was like 15 minutes. I put LOL on it. At this point, yeah, if you're not like following the core people in Zen, me being one of them, Tree City West being one of them, I would say me and him are probably your two closest sources to the fucking energy plant. Cause yeah, he's active as fuck. Like I see Tree everywhere. I mean, he's making things, he's doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, like activity wise, what was I saying? We posted this stuff pretty much laughing at everyone getting excited about Jack making a tweet. People get so excited over the stupidest things, right? Why would we laugh at you when you start to buy the chart? Because you can mine this for free. And what's funny is the miners turned on themselves and sold it all the way down instead of just keeping the price up. So that's why, again, but it's a fair launch. Everybody owns each side. Miners actually own downside momentum. So there's pride to be taken in that. There's pride to be taken in the fact that you mined 400 days ago and your shit is profitable. Yeah, bro, take profit. I would just say, and then what we were just trying to articulate to those that were taking profit and using that as like their master honest chain, like, oh, this is the chain we're on the take profit chain. This was what we were trying to say in a sense, was Zen is losing time all the time. So once the EAA is gone, everybody who sold here is going to create the monster that is next. So we needed the sellers. So shout outs to them for taking profits. And then shout outs to them for holding probably too, because probably a lot of people held, you know, and then big ups to everybody who kept marching through the FUD to just understand that we're mining this for 8 years, because now we have this opportunity, you know, and it's going to get harder and harder to get Zen because time has pushed forward, and it is a significant amount of Zen you can get now. You can't get that much. I mean, you can get quite a bit, but if you use Zenmon, you can check it out. What up, Rolando? Daily's looking proper. Yeah, see, like, I want everything to move up. I am just not surprised if it does not. Right? And I think that's like my shooter's cat version of Zen. I'm done thinking it's going up or down. What it does is what it does. But I do think this is like the lowest amount of, like the lowest it can be, I guess you can say. Like it can go lower, but it's all based on the market conditions of everybody's going to decide to rug pull, right? And that's between the next big ass rug pull possibility is on March 17th. That's why we're pretty far away from an excess amount of Zen. So we could definitely see a run like all the way up until March 17th, you know, and we don't know when X1 is going to be live. I do think it's going to be live somewhere in here, you know, because Q1 ends the 30th. So yeah, this right here, the 31st is, we need X1 before this date, or then they was procrastinating. So personally, do I think X1 can come out before March 31st? Yeah, duh. Like it's like pretty much done at this point. It's just, again, spanking the chain, making sure that it's ready for everybody coming in, trying to rage it to, you know, rattle it until it just fucking breaks. That's just, every chain goes through that when it's popular, right? If you don't have a popular ass chain, nobody's coming in and rattling it, then it expands like a Solana and it breaks down, and then you have to implement protocols for the breakdown, you know. But now I learned, again, in X1 chain, Jack has said the way they're handling it is actually pretty strategic, because they're building in processes for every time it blacks out, and then they'll have like all of this data that they could spin up a new Solana, and then it's like, who cares about old Solana? We got new Solana now, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on module blockchains, bro. That's where that shit is. What are y'all thinking about? You know, Zen is gonna, all I think about is Zen winning. It's hard to think of anything else. I guess that's why people can think I'm a maxi. I don't know what it's like though to live your life like this. Like on a deep thought, like keeping up a persona and having to wear like a dunce cap and like doing the hearts, you know, and just talking about charts, right? Like it's not like you're talking about like code, you know. It's not like you're showing someone something that they can take to some other environment, right? Like everything pretty much that we've learned in Zen, you can remove the label and it's just crypto. I can apply it to any brand in crypto now. It doesn't matter what the brand is. My core principles is literally, what does your brand represent? You feel me? Like, are you in villain mode, Cardano? You know, are you in innovation mode like a Solana? You know, are you in villain mode like a XRP? Like I call it villain mode because it's true. Like these are all spawns of the chaos of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's inception of like, we need to tokenize ledger. Everybody decided to do it, and only Bitcoin has been able to actually have an honest chain. Everything else has turned into a shitty chain because of the person that has to run it, who puts too much emphasis on themselves, or, you know, VC funding. You know, that's why everything fails. Tron is still up here because it's honest Justin Sun chain. Dogecoin is up here because it's the honest, we want cheaper fees and we want to troll Bitcoin. But that's it. You're just gonna this is like the trailer park of like crypto. If outside of like, if you want to relate like how people say like Hex is like a trailer park coin, I mean that's really like Dogecoin. Like you would say that if you know those types of characteristics, that's why you want to be in the Doge inscription mania right now, because they're throwing Doge around left and right because it's so cheap, and there's a lot of people with that mentality of like, I'm here for a flip. So I'm betting on Doge because I think the market cap will just keep rising with people storing block space away for no fucking reason. Like I don't know why you would do it, but we're in a weird collectible world. So also too, yeah, this might be a good time to, you know, collect some Doge at 7 cents before it's uncollectible, and it costs a lot to, you know, be like, I'm a Doge, I got 1,000 Doge, you know, like I collected 1,000 Doge, like I collected 1,000 Tron, right? Yeah, crypto's broken right now. And I think that's because we put too much emphasis on everything being built behind Ethereum, when really it's just an honest chain. Like it doesn't matter that ETH exists. It's just people believe in it, and there's enough people to maintain the market cap, right? And then they're locking in value, total value locked, and then that's what you get today. You get a new world of, oh, there's valuable crypto sitting on that chain, right? I don't even talk about this part because when this hits X1 chain, I'm gonna disappear. Like, what? You're really gonna have to pay to talk to me at that point. The fuck? What? TVL on X1 chain? Bye. Better stake to my node, so I don't exist anymore. What happened to crypto, bro? Oh, TLV showed up. He was like, "Oh, I gotta go." That's when it's gonna get mayhemic, and I don't want to be around. I'm gonna be doing my own thing, and that's why again I'm understanding what's happening here with the way that this is building out really fast. And if you do the research, you'll notice that there's already people like what I feel like, which is like the rogue chat member, who gone rogue and done their own things, right? So that's normal in crypto. Cardano's the best object to observe here with Charles, because he's very rogue from Ethereum, and he brought a lot of his ideology to ADA, which is fine, but maybe he just wasn't, in my opinion, like if I compare him to a Jack Levin, I think crypto does need more of a server first, validation first like approach, so that we can have high speed with decentralization, versus trying to decentralize high speed, I think that's why we've been stag since 2017, 18, 19 from seeing like what can beat an Ethereum that's just a Bitcoin with smart contracts, right? With the ability to tokenize space, which we now have. And that's why, again, crypto's upside down, man. Bitcoin, you can tokenize the space. So you need to update your worldview if you're not looking at how big this market cap is and how many people now are going to be storing more dollars in Bitcoin, right? There's people who haven't showed up yet, and this is already huge, and this is inside of itself. I don't know what kind of this is like it's like a vortex inside of a vortex, because if this doesn't leave, this is why you have BlackRock really trying to snag loose Bitcoins out there, and why, again, I think it is going to be good for layer 2s to come out on Bitcoin, so that they can help bridge the gap between people who only are in that ecosystem. Like maybe you can't get to X1 chain, right? Maybe it's too hard to get there. Maybe you don't have, the resources. So you got to use Bitcoin to get VMPX to get into X1 chain, right? That's kind of how I'm seeing Bitcoin being built right now. It's becoming a garden where the applications are now in the Bitcoin, and a decentralized approach to first principles is inside the network now. So it's a Trojan inside the Trojan. Watch the fuck out. And again, that's why I'm not even worried about Bitcoin. This is a dip. If this is going to be a real dip, this is a dip for more Satoshis. If it's going to crack off and go to 50K right now, then that means my fucking Zen bag is about to go nuclear. And what's cool about that, all my mints are getting ready to pop out, and it'll be nuclear for here on out, because that would mean we're done. We like turned around, right? That the squeeze would be over if we pop out right here. You can't squeeze Bitcoin anymore if it's going to 50K right now by March. How? It's the new world, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, all of the other crypto shit is like all out of whack now. The thing I'm trying to tap into right now on Bitcoin is the Maryland chain. Where's Shizzy at? What's up, Clay? What up, Brian? I'm waiting to see what VMPX conversation will be. I think Jack is gonna flip flop on it. No, I don't think that at all. I actually think we're gonna see, because he didn't flip flop on the moon parties, right? So it's not that he's gonna flip flop on things, in my opinion. I just think we have to be patient if that's your vibe, right? Like, VMPX is not my vibe. Like, I'm in the XENblocks, and my patience or my attention is fed by mining, right? As long as I'm mining XENblocks and I get to go and press a button to see I got more XENblocks, my attention is fed. There it is. That's what I think a lot of people need who are addicted to smoking cigarettes in this crypto world. Like, it's like every day you want to make a click, but when you move to proof of work, you become more calm in crypto because your electricity is working for you. You no longer have to work, right? Literally, you put in some code and then the code does the work. That's the original concept of Bitcoin. It's a self-trustless transactional thing, right? And proof of work will always be cool. I don't think it's falling off, and I think it's coming back harder than ever, because it's accessible since it's a website. Before, proof of work used to be like a data center that would disguise itself as a website. That would be like a Genesis mining, if you've ever heard of that. So now I understand Genesis mining, because I could do this in what do you call it? I could do Genesis mining with XENblocks. Because see, Genesis Mining was a cryptocurrency clouding company that offered an easy and safe way to purchase hash power without dealing with complex hardware and software setup. It offered a host of cryptocurrency serving services and verified in a variety of mining related solutions for large and small scale customers. So Genesis Mining, I don't know if it's still out and about, but what they did that helped, in my opinion, crypto, that I don't even know if they, I mean, there might have been other ones, but this is the one that showed up in front of me. So all they were doing was they have server farms that they made, right, of Bitcoin. And then you would just drop in your, like, they give you a public key to your little server, and then you can just start mining Bitcoin for a certain rate in fiat with them, and they would give you the Bitcoins because they're mining it in their farm, and they would give it to you. So then they had ways kind of like Vast, where you have referral programs, and the action of more people coming in and providing fiat into Genesis Mining created that vehicle to give some people Bitcoins when it was like the hardest time to get them, in 2013, 14, 15, and yeah, and so on. So we are where we are because, again, some people gave out that compute power, and that proof of work is that access is what starts to push popularity. So this is actually happening in XENblocks. We seen yesterday in oopsies, we had a member, his name is Trevor. Let's look it up real fast. So I don't know who this gentleman is, but he's creating some really cool stuff. So he's making this, which is going to be a XENblock miner website, one page website, where you'll be able to like use Vast to sign in. So it's not going to be like on Vast. It'll be like a Zen miner URL for easy access for the mind, right? And then it'll have the API plugin to Vast. So then this way you can check your performance and see how much you're mining and how much you're spending, you know, so you can be better organized with your investment, if you're saying that, into XENblocks. So this is really cool that he's building this type of thing. So it's like a performance bot. You can already do it now, but it's a command line. So you can run, you go to XENblocks Telegram, you can find this. But this was the coolest concept I saw from him, though. He was gonna make a limit order concept where like you can bid on people's GPU power. It's gonna be really crazy, but yeah, they're trying to make like a buy sell type of spread on GPUs for popularity. I don't really know where this is gonna go, but yeah, he was saying GPU limit orders. So shout outs, Traveler. I don't know what he's making, but he's getting ready to make something that made me feel like this when I started to think about it. I was like, yo, that's gonna be fire. So again, once we get to this level, once we get to this concept where people are building brands on top of the miner, you know, you're gonna be in a whole nother world with new people coming in, and then bozos are gonna be saying that the bottom was created because they called it, when realistically it's just new people coming into Zen nonstop, like over and over again. Every 100 days, new people looking for opportunity. Open source environment. Mine today, you know, and that's why, again, I think we are going to see a world where there's no Zen to burn, right? That's the pure hopium on Zen. The world where you can't get it because it's always burning, and the miners are burning it. They've left this concept that I'll sell a little bit, because selling a little bit is not worth it. They waited 400 something days for it, right? That's what you want. You want to see one person make a Zen mint and it touch their crypto experience. You don't want to see someone say they need to make 100 Zen mints. That's not the message that is trying to be sent here. This is about mass adoption and the lowest barrier of entry for any one person to participate, right? And that's the magnitude of energy going into every single move. How easy is it to participate? So yeah, these might be levels in Zen where people go, and say, wow, you really knew about this. Like how people trip out that I knew about Bitcoin in 2013, but I didn't pull any triggers, right? I think in Zen, we're 1 year in now, and we're headed to 2029, and the bozos are trying to own specifics in the timeline so that they can try to keep their chain honest. Damn, I just put it all together. So yeah, just remember that shit. That's in the Bitcoin white paper, man. The most honest chain will win. I hope y'all are dollar cost averaging. I hope DXN makes a comeback. Oh, DXN, that's easy, man. DXN is easy. I'm not even worried about that. This Friday, though, 2 days away from Mastodome, I'm ready to buy some capitulated XeNFTs. I think some people are going to be sleeping and selling XeNFTs. And also, I want to see if there's going to be a market for XeNFTs where you can actually maybe make them and sell them. That would be another thing too. That's why it's like, if there's going to be a restraint on getting Zen, then the next thing would be like getting like a DXN token and then selling DXN for like Zen. And that's why DXN needs to be expensive, because it needs to price in what it is to be expensive versus Zen, right? So it's gotta price in what it is to be expensive. We've seen it before though. That was just like never seen before gains, man. Here, let's talk about something cool in DXN. We'll jam. But yeah, so in DXN, when we were following this when it first came out, again, like I'm Genesis on this shit. Like I'll never forget reading, or I was so into Zen when this was coming about that I asked Jack to be in the dev group, even though I'm not a dev. I just wanted to see what they're talking about, and just like, that's the type of opportunity type shit I'm talking about in Zen crypto. Like if you're really curious and you know how to uphold yourself, right? It's like being in a green room full of celebrities. Like if you know how to be, that's how I think of me being with devs. I'm like, dude, I'm in the green room with the celebrities. Like these people make the code and push it out for everybody else to use, you know? But in this moment, I learned about DXN because Roz and team posted it in the dev chat to say, yo, we're gonna do this idea. And when I read the light paper, this was so easy to see because the only way to get the coins was to burn the Zen. So as long as people held Zen and didn't sell the inflation, then the price went up. And that's why this has such a, like, it's such a beautiful organic chart, because it's the first of its kind. There's not any other one like it except Xenify, but you'll see Xenify their spiral down is much uglier than what we have going on here. See, there's a lot of hopium here, and that's what's really good about DXN. I think DXN, this is actually the price of the coin, like $50-$60. Like that's the real price of DXN, because again, you can hodl it for a whole year and people can put in 1 ETH, and now it is showing that you can have just 4 DXN and get paid, or get a payout of a good amount of ETH. So yeah, man, I think DXN is the sleeper in the whole ecosystem. It's got too much fun around it. Too many people want it to not be a Zen coin, and I don't know why. I think that's just going back to the honest chain theory, where in crypto, some people are going to want to say that this is honest to me. Oh, shit. So Zen Pub, 39 minutes ago, after a quick chat with Woody Soul, he released a new version of the XenBlock miner, 1.1.2 for devs. Automates the entry of the Ethereum address, no more manual process. Allows dev fee sharing 50-50 splits between developers. So Woody's getting creative. He's getting creative. That's awesome though. So you see, this is what I've learned in Bitcoin, or from XenBlocks. I've learned that it's not about hating on other developers making portals to the network. It's actually about encouraging them and testing their software to see if it's something that is implementable, or like you can implement it into a daily process of a user. So yeah, it's really cool to see Woody keep pushing barriers and pushing it, trying to see where he's gonna fit in his element. That's really cool to see. But this right here, so the XenPub posted this yesterday. They were talking about how somebody used a Apex. Damn, it seems always like this. They used an Apex on Xenon to claim, and what's dope is it had 3.8 billion Xen in the XenFT, and the user walked away with 2.2 billion Xen after using the tool. So this is actually pretty epic. I haven't seen it work, and we knew that we talked about this a while ago. We were saying we won't really be able to see the effects of Xenon until we get to an area where people can actually claim the Xen. Because right now Xen was so low and there was not enough claimable Xen, no one could really use it. So again, DXN, they flipped the script by introducing that. Oh, I'm on Phantom. Phantom's my new favorite Xen chain. I'm moving in. I'm moving into Phantom. So I started I mean, I've already had a little bit of these, but yeah, I'm about to move in. You can follow me if you want. I'm moving into Phantom. Sorry, Avalanche. There's no politics on the Phantom side. But let's go to Ethereum. Man, anybody else just hodling ETH? I'm not. I was like, I'm Ethereum has become such a hinder in my user experience. I don't even want to hold it. I just want to. It's like, if I hold ETH, it has to be in a wallet that I don't even know about, so I don't spend it. That's not. I don't think that's good, or maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I think crypto is for storage, just block space. You want to have it. You don't want to treat it like a car where you just burn gas every single day. But yeah, so this right here, this buy and burn. Now that people can use Xenon, DXN has started to buy and burn tokens, and this is really, really cool now because again, another deflationary factor to the DBZen token, and it's all using Xen as its primary source of income, right? Everything goes back to fair principles, and nothing is using extra backbone. You know, like, and that's why, again, it's like when you compare DXN to, like, let's say Titan, you would probably want to be in a DXN because of the 100%, right? Like, if you're thinking very hard about it, it's like, well, the simple answer is, yeah, you want to be in the 100% DApp and then go play in the risky DApp, you know, but you don't want to treat the risk DApp as if it's 100% because you're basically lying to yourself, because they're even telling you it's like 28%, you know, or you know it. I ain't gotta repeat it to you. You're just you know it, you know. So DBZen will always have that fair launch, 100% back to the community experience, and I don't think it can lose. Honestly, I think with more attraction, we could see when the holders start to go up as people start to just hold the coin. If there was more things to do with holding it, but it's just introducing that tiny burn, and again, the sky is the limit because you know, what are they gonna do? You know, I'm not really trying to fanboy the DXN. Somebody else can do that, but I am curious, like, how do we bring it all together? Like, how do I make it make sense? So I'll leave that up to someone else to explore. I'm in Xen. That's just already hard to keep up with. So that's why I tune back in on the DXN, and I'm just like, wow, they keep building. Great arbitrage opportunity with VMPX. It's priced at 4 cents on ETH and 3 cents on BTC. Damn. We only horny for Jake. Yeah, I mean, I think oh yeah, damn, gas is at 81. Woo. Again, that's why you want to be making ETH Xen though, when it's those mints are low. And again, if a lot of people can't cash out, they're going to be praying to God that the price is up. It's almost like if you got mints coming out in March, you should be buying Zen so you can help the fucking price so you can use Zen on. Man, our community's so backwards. Like, we should be all saying together, maybe we should buy this shit. You know, but I'm gonna keep it real. Buy some, mint some. Buy some and then mint some. Zen is like the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, poor, and unhuddled masses. Yeah, once you're done with the rat race, Zen is a garden. As it should be. There needs to be at least one. I would say anyone who's in the Bitcoin camp and that just does the buy and hold and wait for the world to catch up, they're all very calm. You know, they're probably wearing sandals on a boat and shit. Everybody else that you see on YouTube with like wearing glasses that they don't wear every single day. Like, those motherfuckers are working hard as shit. And then they're trying to tell you to be like them. Like, be like me. It's like, bro, you're working your ass off. I just want to mine the crypto. I don't want to have to go tell a friend to tell a friend. But if you do, right, you can get in the position where you're mining for free, maybe. You tell a friend, and again, that's why I think people are starting to build on top of Vast, because if they can get that referral credit, then they can push their own AI shit, or there's more to do when you can get that, so a little bit of that revenue share with this AI, this new world, man, this AI crypto, bro. Go out and program your own money. Literally. That's why I guess if you can't comprehend this, bro, you just might as well just buy DXN and chill out. Because that's why I can see DXN at really high prices, because it's adopting the Zen Yin, and the Zen Yin is very chill, and they won't care how low the price goes. They're just gonna hold it, and then they're gonna keep holding. And as more new people come in and buy the coin, time is the time server. We want to use the Bitcoin white paper as like a way to look at DB Zen, see how pure is it, right? Because it has all the other elements. It runs on a blockchain. It's just a token. Yeah, you just gotta get where I'm coming at. So this is going down every day until it gets to a happening on its 1 year in space and time. And every year it happens. First year 50%, second year 25%, third year, or the second year it'll be 75%, and then after that the fourth year it'll be 95%. So this is gonna keep going down and down, because the clock ain't gonna stop. World ain't gonna stop spinning. So this is, again, DBZen, I think, is a monster. And what a better time to get it when it's at $1. Because again, all the people, it has the Zen thing, right? So people sell every day. They're selling the inflation, and as more hands grab from one wallet, it spreads out the coin's distribution better, right? So you want this action. The question is again, is there something at the end of the tunnel that can make this distribution stop, right? Like, is there going to be anything that squeezes distribution so that people have to stop, right? And yeah, with these releases coming out, this is how you make people stop selling, basically, because now they got to go off the speculation. I'm only gay for Gwei. Man, Gwei's high. Let's see who's beating the chain up. Stable coins, Arbitrum. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, though. This is why it's so hard to, or this is why ETH is going to go to a high number in price, because people, you can use this ledger on the gas guzzlers as like an evaluation ledger. Like, this is, if we had like an organic S&P 500, that's what I'm trying to get at. This top 50 is like something like that, where the question is why would anyone spend gas to get this on this board, right? And that's why Zen is special, because it's lived up here, and other things have also lived up here. But it's like the question of like, how long have you been living on this board is definitely something that's, you know, special. So let's see, cost of transactions. It's showing all this stuff. But yeah, so the gas guzzling right now looks like it's just everybody on all the chains. So there must be some massive moves happening. And again, I wouldn't be surprised, because if Bitcoin is moving and gas is moving up, that is also oh my god, yeah, ETH is at 24. It's trying to go crazy. All right, well, this is it, boys and girls. Whatever's gonna happen next is probably gonna play out between, because now the 15th or this month has 29 days. 2 divided by 29. What is that? 1, 5 or 4.5. So 14. Okay. So yeah, 7 days, 14, since seven days. So yeah, this is an important week, because yeah, if we can close this week probably on higher highs, then we're going north. And I mean, we gotta go, bro. We can't just be hanging out. Like, we gotta do some shit. Like, we gotta be like questioning ourselves. Like, I want to see us testing this like 48 range by the end of this week if we really turn right now. Like, that would make me a believer. But if we like at like 47, 46, or if we wick to 48 and then we come back down, I'm not sold that we're gonna do the 50K jam before I think we gonna do it, you know. But that's what that was signaled to me, is that, you know, people don't care. They're taking off, you know, they're buying in. It's time. It's going down, you know. You know, and this is a strong buy on buying action happening on ETH. And I want to be so bullish, because I'm so bullish for fucking Zen right now. Like, you couldn't get any bullisher on Zen. Straight up. But again, my chips are in Phantom Zen right now. I was like, yo, I'm going to go grab a bag. I said this yesterday on stream, but I was like, yeah, if I had to grab a bag of anything right now, it'd be Phantom Zen, because it just feels like it's the hidden gem out of all of the Zen coins. It's the easiest to get. There's no politics on the chain, right? Phantom is Phantom, and people have actually started to fork Phantom. X1 isn't the only one coming out that's being like, we fork Phantom. So Phantom has a lot of rogue crypto users that like the technology, and if they find out X1 is a fork of Phantom, I just feel like this Zen will get a lot of attention, right? So I'm like, bro, if we at the bottom of Zen, I need to go by the bottom of one of these sub chains and just like stake that shit and hodl away while we find a price. So this has never seen a real market cap evaluation, and it's very similar to yeah, I would say this is a high right here. So $1 million, like $1 million in market cap was the last stretch for it, and I mean, that's still super far away from where we are right now. Right, all these Zens are shit coins, and and they can just crack off at any moment. So I'm putting a bet on one of them, and this is the one. I thought I was gonna do Avalanche, but at least I put a mining bet on Avalanche. So I have a bunch of minted Zen coming out on Avalanche, so I'm not too worried about having supply. But on like a Phantom, I did not mine, so I'm coming in as a buyer, right? And that's the world of Zen that we live in, where people are always gonna enter your coin as a buyer, and if you're the supplier, you can sell it. But again, once price starts moving, you know, gets harder and harder to get. You gotta mine it to get it. So I'm cool with this. What is that? Quick 1300% gain just to get back to like even, I guess you could say, where people are holding Zen and burning Zen. The sell pressure is not there as much because again, if people are, how do you say this, difficulty works against the miner if they enter with a lot of capital. Because when you enter with a lot of capital into Zen, you're creating a bunch of Zen, and it's basically giving everybody else more Zen too, right? The more people that come online, the more Zen everyone gets. So difficulty works in a special way, where it kind of detracts people from dumping like $1 million into mining unless they really believe in Zen, because that $1 million worth of mine is gonna pump everybody's fucking bag. Because the global rank goes up. I know you motherfuckers. I hope you're this deep where you can understand this stuff I'm talking about. But yeah, to make that much, you would keep making C ranks, which would push the global rank, because you can't invest $1 million into mining without making singular miners. Your max is a block, which is 128 VMUs to fill the whole block. So you need to make a ton of those. And they're around $1,000, I think, right now. Well, not at 92. At 92 Gwei, the Zentarion's probably way too much money. But yeah, that's what I mean. Now, like, I guess a millionaire could get in at these prices and feel comfortable. But when Gwei is low, entering within, like, it's a lot of the numbers don't make any sense. It's like, why aren't people buying it? You know? Yeah, there's not a lot of people that talk about Zen though in the way that you make it in the mints anymore. But the minting is still special, bro. Shit. 5 racks, 2 ETH, 3 ETH if you want aggressive. Damn. 3 Ethereum. People shaking in their boots right now. Oh man, I hope I can cash out my Zen later. That's why I made most of my mints are 2 VMUs on the XeNFTs. As well as like on other wallets, I just did 2. I have a couple of high mint ones, but it's just like every single day I get a mint that has 2, and all that shit will add up over time. That's why, again, I know like it's hard to make Zen. It's so free right now in price that it's hilarious. Here's another hilarious stat. If you use Zenmon, you can go up here and you can do the minting calculator. A Zen staking ladder. Yeah. I just do 10,000. But see, because that's like the question is why are you staking Zen? Like, what is the game? Like, what do you need more Zen for? Are you gonna spend the extra Zen on DB Zen? Like, what do you need it for? Are you gonna burn it? You know, like, why not just stake 1,000 days and get the maximum amount of APY? And then, because you're gonna have to pay the gas fee to stake it and unstake it, and that can fluctuate based on price as well. Like, I have one stake that I purchased. I bought this like staking one here. I like just bought it because it was rarity score of 1,000, but now there's only 2 million Zen in it, and to withdraw the Zen, look at this shit, it's like way too expensive. So I'm like waiting for a way for me to burn this shit, so I don't even have to pay $172 to unstake 2 million Zen, right? So that's why, again, I don't know about staking unless you're going long, because this gas fee might bite you in the ass if you stake incorrectly. Then you'll just be waiting for the Zen to come out. Whereas if you do a mint, the mint should be rewarding, or, you know, again, maybe you made enough where you go to Xenon and you can cash it out and things like that. But yeah, be careful with the staking, bro. Like, the strategy there, I think we need a game built on top of this. There's still some really good development opportunity with the word staking. I don't know who'll make it. Why not stake in 21 to 440 days? That's what I mean, though. Like, if I was to stake for something like that, then I would I would need a reason. Like there need to be a game that gives me some guap. But yeah, so real quick on this Xenon calculator, what's cool is he added like the amount of X's that you can get based on the miner. So one of the things why I was getting into Phantom was you can fill it in here where, let's say I do a Phantom mint right now, and that's like 519 days. And then they have the estimated people that come behind you. So then I can click that and it shows, this is the part where I was talking about users that come after you, or is the C rank going up. So as C rank goes up, your VMUs each get charged up. Like each one gets charged up as more users come online. And that's why you want to maximize your VMUs in a batch mint so that you can get the max amount of Xen from the network growing. Now this game and this strategy plays different in different ways, because Phantom, they have smaller blocks, which means you can only do 45. But what we were seeing, oh wow, they're this is funny because yesterday the gas was really low. Yesterday I was minting for 5 cents. So this is pretty funny. But yeah, yesterday it was at 5 cents and it was literally a 5x on the full term max, where my gas should give me a 5x on the minted Xen. So this is a really cool calculator. This is again on Xenon. You just go to the menu, you'll see it right here. And you can do it with anything. So like, let's say you're saying OP Xen, I see you errant. So let's do that. So it's like 500. Let's say we do a max mints. Right now I guess it's 500. Let's do 128. Oops. Damn, this right now is saying that you'll get a 75x if you mint, because it's 12 cents and the amount of Xen you're getting is going to be worth $8. Right? And that's just like at these prices. So it's a pretty interesting idea. Here, let's do Pulse Chain, because I know you guys are out there. And again, that's why it's good to learn how exactly is my Xen calculated. So maybe this calculator will educate y'all on how this shit works. So yeah, definitely go and use it. But yeah, the average users that come after you, then let's say we do a max mint. All right, calculate. So on Pulse Chain right now, you'll be spending around 74 cents to create the vanilla, and you'd get $8.63 at the end of the mint. That's just like if nothing moved and it stayed the same, you know, with X1 chain coming out and people burning their Xen for another opportunity. Everything stayed the same. You'd still make 12x. This is a pretty cool calculator, bro. It's got a lot of hopium in it. Here, we'll do Avalanche. So Avalanche has a special VMU count because again, they have smaller blocks. So Avalanche right now, see, and that's why Avalanche is not really making too much sense. This is telling me that I would spend $18 and I would actually not ROI. That's why, again, I'm like, I'm moving into Phantom, man. It seems like something's happening. Maybe we saturated Avalanche. Maybe we got to wait for more things to burn. And at least I'm happy that I've already minted. So if I'm minting today, I don't want to mint in an environment like an Avalanche. I want to mint in an environment like a Phantom, because now Phantom, I can double up, right? I could get 18. If I spend $18 on one Avalanche mint on Phantom, I can, you know, take that 18. If granted, I'm going to have to do, you know, 45 VMUs, but I'm just doing this times as many times as I can make a VMU. Right. And it gets, I mean, and so like you got Eve Moss here. You got to pick your poison. I'm going to choose Phantom. I got my Zuni on OP. Maybe I'll use Mastodon. I don't know if it's going to work on that specific network. You got to wait to see if they have GSN. AVAX screwed us all and changed their gas. Yeah, they did, but they changed their gas so it could be larger. But yeah, that did kind of mess up the inflation because now anyone who mined early, we've been outpaced because now all the 75 VMUs are coming in, and I think that's why a Zen can't come up. I guess it's super hard for a Zen to find a balance. It really needs a core community to champion it. Like it needs like what Eve Moss has, where there's like people who say we believe in this shit for first principles. But right now it's just kind of the Wild Wild West. Everybody's shooting each other. I don't see that happening on Phantom right now. And the reason why I think it's that way, again, is because Phantom isn't political in the blockchain aspect. It's just people like using the technology. Right? So I love that freedom. I could say the same for Postchain. It has a way different chart than Avalanche, where people really like the technology, so it's driving itself. Proof of work, Ethereum, similar idea. People like the technology, so it's catching a bottom, right? Eve Moss is the cheapest one. Like, I don't even know. I've never used Eve Moss. I just the only one I never touched. Watch me open up Pandora's box. All right. Matic, one of my favorites. Moonbeam. Eve Moss mints will be held as a meme. Straight up. Moonbeam, I really liked Moonbeam. I think Moonbeam it's just an unfortunate thing where maybe people believe in the tech and it can find its legs, but I think I'm just gonna be burning all this shit over here once it comes out. This was kind of like a bleh. But that's what I'm saying. On the charts, Phantom has got a nice looking chart, man. And you can see the speculation on ETH has actually given this one the most gains out of all the other charts. Right? Phantom's still up 19%. Because it's got it's easy to get to. You just use Xenify or any kind of bridge. You can get some Phantom, right? And then from there, buying it. This is actually a pretty cool everything. I went there, the equalizer, very simple. You know, connect your wallet, simple swap. Into the game. So I feel like Phantom's very easy to get to, like any of these. But again, it's got the cheapest price. So if I was looking at this bottom row at opportunity, this one is just yelling at me like, yo, what the fuck, look at me, I'm right here at 93 people over here. Look at my fully diluted market cap. Right? That's another thing that got me going on this. 231 million. Right? It's a special one. There's something special going on here. We know why Pulsechain has good trading, a good market cap. We know why Avalanche and why Binance Chain and Matic, but I think that's why this is the sneak attack, because we know about everything but Phantom. I've been trying for months to buy Eve Moss, and it's frustrating. Oh, see, I haven't touched it. I gotta go check that one out. But Eve Moss, yeah, Eve Moss, yeah, I gotta dive in so I can see how difficult it is to get over here. Eve Moss doesn't even display like the holdings list. At least I can see how many people are holding in Phantom. That's kind of special. See, I can see there's 20,000 people holding, and there's 70 liquidity providers. So it's relaying even more information from Phantom to products like a DEX screener, which make me feel like this might be the one, you know? Like, all right, I'm going to buy here before all the other fucking Xenians come. You heard it here from the Maxi. I guess if people follow me because I make moves, because I sell, you heard it here from the Maxi first. I'm into fucking Phantom Zen. Here he, everybody pull up. But yeah, man. y'all have a good rest of y'all Wednesday. I'm gonna go do me and continue to watch people observe me, observe them. Peace.